Hello, and welcome to Fat Man Do. I am Damien, your fat man doing exercise things. Welcome. What we're going to do now is a bit of a recap of the quarter, basically what's happened since Christmas. So, as you can see, this lovely location that I'm in, as the grass is certainly making the most of the late spring weather. So, hey, why not? I certainly am. So let's get cracking. So let's go over the activities, the calories, and the results of the fat scale machine over a 3-month period, and see how we've made any great inroads. So as you can see, January, I started running on the 1st of January, which is amazing. Don't know what happened there. Started activities on 1st of January, very virtuous of me, but then it was a 5-day gap. And then I did a bit more walking, and then there's a week between the 3rd and the 4th exercise, and then again did something the day after, and then there's another week's gap. I mean, it's January, it's cold, it's, let's be honest, it's look outside and it's probably 0 or somewhere around there, so it's not the easiest time of year to go out and exercise. So leave a like and subscribe if you hate exercising in January, because it is the worst month of the year. After the excitement of Christmas is gone, what do you got to look forward to? Grey skies, clouds, freezing cold temperatures. Obviously it's much nicer inside with the central heating on. It's not the most exercise conducive month of the year, and you may or may not have kept up with your New Year's resolutions at that stage. Get the SH1Ts with all of it. So anyway, moving on to February. So January there was 3,821 calories burnt. February there was 3,509. Again, didn't start exercising in February till the 6th of the month, and then the 8th of the month. I mean, if you want to see these graphs in a bigger format, leave a comment, let me know. I can soon share more information. So anyway, yeah, so there's the 8th, the 10th, and the 13th, and the 16th, so there's a couple of days in between, and the 20th. 20th, 21st, I mean, you can read that, you can see, work out for yourselves. Now, just a bit of an update in relation to cardio, so that could be something like just doing some push-ups inside. Lots of bugs out here, if you want to pick up on them. If you're doing crunches in the house, it could be doing some sort of activity with weights. Now I've got a couple of 5 kilo and 10 kilo weights, but they're just bottles of water that I've persevered with since lockdown. So I've got 2 chin-up bars, one permanently attached to the wall. Yeah, there's like a weights bar basically where I can do 5 and 10 kilo weights, and you might be thinking, well, if you have 2 5 kilo water bottles on either side and you're doing weights, that's pretty light. What's the point of that? It's not really going to be building up muscle. But remember, the point of what we're doing is not really to build muscle, it's just to keep the metabolism firing. So if you do your day on, day off, you don't overwhelm yourself, and you can just keep going and keep up some consistency, because that's my greatest thing. I think that's partly driven by the gym, where you go in and you do a great workout, but then you can feel the consequences of that. If you do it too much, go too hard, then you, like I said, you miss days, 5 days, whatever, and then all of a sudden you've not done anything for a week. So that's what we're trying to avoid. I will go into more detail in another video of the actual exercises that I'm doing. You might not want to know when we look at the results and see whether I've lost any weight or not. You might think, oh, whatever this guy's doing, I'll do the opposite. So we'll find out, I guess. So that's February. March. Now, March started off pretty good. Started off on the 3rd compared to Feb. Finished on the 27th. That's not too bad. Literally not too far into a gap. So March, I finished on late Feb, and then started pretty much on the early March. So that was good. Again, cardio, running. There's not too much of a gap there, really. And it all finished with an amazing 4,722 calories for the month. Yeah, so we're just doing up to the end of March, and then looking at the results from the fat scale monitoring equipment. So if you can see there from the top, I mean, I put it in weight, in kilos and pounds, just in case you pound people want to track it as well, and you can't be bothered to do the conversion, which is totally understandable. So you can see from the measurements here, 19th of December. Started 96.5 kilos or 212.8 pounds. BMI 29.5, so that's, you know, probably a little bit higher than where we were looking for, but hey, we're about to celebrate Christmas. Fat, body weight percentage, and the visceral fat's 12. And then unsurprisingly, 5th of January, after a little bit of festivities and overdoing things with the wine and the stuffing and the turkey and those great things, amazingly we've put on weight, 1.3 kilos or 3 pounds. Got up to 13 in the old visceral fat scale, which is obviously in the wrong direction. Weighing myself on the Monday of each week, but I'm not sure why there's a gap between the 5th to the 22nd, but anyway. And then, you know, down a little bit, still staying in the 13, but you can see there that over the course of January, it does start to trend down a little bit, goes back into the 12 visceral fat, subcutaneous fat still in the high 20s, and then March goes up a little bit. It's only 100 grams. Was that 2 ounces? Is that? Yes, you can see there it's gone up a few 2 ounces. So that's obviously not ideal. And through the month of February, so where it's got 2 entries for the same date, I've just basically done it twice and not thought to delete those entries, so just apologies for my stupidity. And then so you can see the rest of April, so you can see the end of Feb, we started to track down a little bit, little increments, you know, only 100 grams here, and then it's gone up a little bit and it stayed into the 12s, and then it's just started climbing again. It's gone 97. So from the 29th, so look at that, from the 29th of February to 97.4, so that's 900 grams up from December the 19th. And then on the 3rd of April, it's gone up to 99.7 or 219 pounds. So that's what, almost 7 pounds of weight gain. So that's pretty horrific. I just jumped in here because I was just waffling. So you can see that on the 25th of March to the 3rd of April, it's 8 days, I've put on over 2 kilos and 4.5 pounds, which is just terrible. So that's surprised me how much that weight went up in such a short period of time. So if you have a quick look back at the activities at the end of March, there wasn't a lot there. There's a 7 minutes, that's just a 5-minute plank on those 3 days, and then a bit of walking. So there's not a lot of exercise there, and so you can see that that's contributed to the last spike on the 3rd of April. So if you compare that to the trends on the scales that is plotted out over a 3-month period, you'll see that at just that last 8 days has just shot that spike up very disappointingly, both pounds and kilos up here. You can see over a 3-month trend how that's graphed out, which is not the direction that we wanted to go, which is very frustrating. So amazing how much 8 days of taking your eye off the ball can make a difference. So if you compare that as well on the trends for the body fat percentage, which I'm not really tracking, but it's just a good indication of how things are going, and then via the PMI over a 3-month period, you can see that's just finished with not a great deal, 29.8 BMI to 30.4. It's only 0.6% increase, but it just goes to show you how quickly these things can change. But anyway, that's enough from the urban jungle. A little bit of last minute add-on. I hope you found that illuminating. Just a little bit of a trend analysis on the last 3 months. Yes, there's a little bit of sting in the tail, which was unexpected and disappointing, but hey, such is life. Crack on. Oh wow, I said crack on again. But has that motivated me to do something about it? You'll have to find out on the next exciting video of Fat Man Do. So hopefully you're kicking some fitness goals. Lots to see coming up. Hopefully lots less to see coming up. And see you same fat time, same fat channel for another exciting installment of Fat Man Do. Best of luck and take care. Cue outro music.